Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of the Sig Alien TaylorCraft 72 build. Today we're starting on the fuselage, so without wasting any time, let's get going. Okay, we have the first pieces on the table here, the fuselage sides. We've got a forward section and an aft section that need to be glued together like there. Two sides. We have to make sure we make a left and a right hand side. This is always very critical. One of the first critical things you have to do when building a fuselage is making sure you're building opposite sides. This kit's pretty cool. We've got an L and an R laser cut into the ply pieces here to help us out, but we don't want to take that for granted. We want to make sure that we think this through, this first step, so that's what we're going to do. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up one side on the plans, glue these pieces together, and then I'll glue the other half on top of this one. I'll put some more wax paper down and glue the other one to make an identical piece for the other side. I like to do it that way in case, you know, the first piece that you glue is off a little bit for some reason. At least the other half will be identical to it. It's a lot easier to sort out an issue like that, or actually if it was off a bit you could probably just keep on building. But if they're different, then we have issues. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue one side and I'll glue the other side on top of it to make sure they are identical. And so that's where I'm going to be starting, and as soon as I have something to show you, I will be right back. Okay, and we were back. Got some started here. Got a few bits all glued up. I got the two fuselage sides glued together, the front and aft portions. Got the F4 and the F5 doublers on both sides. Got the wing saddle doubler on. It's been a few hours since I started because I used wood glue on all these. Of course, it takes longer for that to dry, so I had weight on them to keep them nice and flat while they were drying. And while they were drying, I went ahead and started working on the next few bits here, preparing them. I believe this is the top aft portion of the fuselage. We had to glue two pieces together. Now, kudos to Sig, because instead of just having it two pieces, one straight line down the center, they made it like a puzzle. So that really was really cool in helping to line things up. So yeah, that's all ready to go. Got the F6 former doubled up. This is plywood doubled. This is doubled. I believe that's the bolt-on for the wings. And then I started doing some prep on the other formers. We had to glue on some 1/4 inch stock onto there. But yeah, so basically that's where we're at right now. I assume that soon we're going to start joining these halves together. But I'm going to take a little break here, look at the directions maybe, get me some lunch, and then we'll get right back on it. And I will be back when I have something to show you. Okay, and we are back. We got the landing gear block all glued up. Here's the detail for it right there. It was several pieces laminated together. That's all good to go. There's all the other pieces that we've been building up, laminating ply together. Here's the first 3 formers that are going to go in. Nothing's glued yet. I have to do a little bit of fiddling right down here to make an adjustment there to get that to fit in good, but we'll take care of that. So yeah, everything you're looking at so far, with the exception of these little 1/4 inch pieces here, is all ply. This fuselage is ply from head to toe, nose to tail. This former here is doubled up ply. Of course, we have a lot of doublers on the fuselage sides, and I've used all wood glue up till now. That's why it's kind of taken me all day to get to this point. A lot of prep work to get this fuselage going. But now we'll be getting the sides, the formers going on the side here. I'll be using just a little dab of CA to tack everything in place to make sure everything fits good. And then, as I do with all my builds, excuse me, I'll go back and put wood glue everywhere along the joints here, the Elmer's wood glue, to make it super strong. So yeah, the CA will just tack and hold everything while that gluing is happening. So I'm going to go ahead and get that piece all situated so it fits in nice. We'll get these pieces tacked in, and then we'll see what else we can get done. Okay, and we are back. Got a little bit more done here. Got the 3 main formers in. This one, and the servo tray is a former. Right now I'm gluing in the landing gear block. We'll let that go off for a while here. I already put some of my Elmer's wood glue on the servo tray there to get a head start on that. So yeah, so when the landing gear block's done drying, I'm going to take the clamp off and then finish putting my wood glue on. So I've got my box built. My term for the main part of the front of the fuselage here, where the sides are parallel. After this former, the sides start coming in. So those formers are put in a different way, and I'll explain that later. So we got the main structure here, and soon it'll all be glued off, and then we'll be able to continue on. But I think for now, I'll leave that and let that dry for a bit, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, got all those joints glued up there with some nice wood glue. Waiting for that to dry up now. We'll come back to that in a little bit, but I wanted to show you some goodies that started coming in the post. I've got another set of these Sullivan flying wires, the same ones I used on the Cub. I might be using on this one. It did come with some cheapo kind of vinyl or plastic flying wires, but I like the way these look, so I may be installing those on this plane. Got to customize it some. Can't leave it straight out of the box. That's just what I do. I ordered also an electric conversion kit for this plane. Originally, or it was designed to be glow or nitro, but I'm doing electric, and thanks to Sig Alien, they made this conversion kit for it. I could have cut these pieces out from ply I have here in stock, but I just decided to save a little bit of time and do that. Motor. Again, we're going with the E-Flight motor here, the Power 46. It's a very nice motor. I like it. I've used these E-Flight motors before. That's what we're doing with this one. Got an E-Flight Pro SB brushless speed controller, up to 60 amps. Nice. I've used these before. Love them. In fact, I have one of those in the Hobby Lobby Telemaster that I just finished. I love it. And we got 4 Spectrum servos, 4 altogether. So basically all I need now is the receiver, which I'll probably use the Spectrum, I think it's a 637T, same one as in the Hobby Lobby Telemaster again. I really like it, really easy to set up, so that's what we'll go with this one as well. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what we got coming in the post here. The wheels are still due to come Wednesday, I think. I think that's all I have on order. We'll have to see what else I might want to order for this thing to upgrade a few parts. But yeah, that's what we got going. So now I'm going to let this glue finish drying off, and then we'll get right back to it. Okay, we are back working on the fuselage here. I've got a couple of formers to put in here and here. I just glued this one in to hold the back together. I was taking a little break, and I got a message from Cliff Harvey of Cliff Harvey RC Planes that I've been spending too much time watching his videos and apparently not enough time on mine, which is funny. So here we go, Cliff. We're back at it again here. We're going to finish up this video here real soon by getting those formers in. And once I get them glued in and set, I will be right back and give you a show. Be right back. Okay, and we are back. I got the rest of the formers put in here. They're just basically tacked in with the CA. I'll use the wood glue on all the joints here in a bit. The only thing that I didn't really care for was earlier in the construction they had me glue on these 1/4-inch pieces here before gluing the formers in. Well, I wish I had glued them on afterwards, because then I could have made them fit more perfectly. There would have been a bevel on the end of here to fit up against the side there a little bit. Right there. Because they had you glue them on, they never mentioned anything about an angle being on the side. So I would have done that a little differently, but it's okay. It's okay. So now, basically we have the top and bottom piece to put on here. It's really interesting because the Telemaster build I just had the same type of construction, and I had mentioned that I had never built a fuselage like this with tabs and stuff that fit together. But here we go, we got 2 in a row. So yeah, pretty cool. And you can see by laying this on here that the fuselage is perfectly straight. We have another straight as an arrow fuselage here coming together, so that's always nice to know. But I'm not going to glue these on yet because I want to start thinking about the push rods, and I like to have as much room as I possibly can when I'm doing that, so I can get them in there exactly the way I want to. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it for this video. I'm going to think about the push rods, get them in. When I come back, the push rods will be in, and this top and bottom fuselage pieces will be glued on, and then we will go from there. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money. That way I know who's following me, who's watching, and what we got going on there. Please leave a comment and a like if you care to. That would be awesome as well. So until next time, take care, everybody, and we will see you again soon with part 3. Thank you very much. Good night.